how are you doing and how's your going on as Miss World Uganda?
Right. I'm good, thanks. I hope that you are doing well in India.
Yeah,
My rain is going amazing. My rain is going amazing. I'm having an amazing time taking part in the different humanitarian activities, the Miss World Beauty with a Purpose project, working on that, and obviously preparing for the 72nd edition in India. I can't wait to be there, honestly, and meet the rest of the contestants as well.
that's going to be amazing because this is our seventh live for this year's edition of Miss World, and this is our
Oh,
first
wow.
live. Yeah, this is our first live when we know the venue of Miss World this year. So we are super
Oh,
excited.
yes. Ah, this is nice. This is such a blessing, honestly.
Yeah, because when I saw the post of from the Miss World official Instagram page, I was literally jumping on the bed because I was waiting that I was expecting also that let it be held in India this year again because I can't
Right.
wait to watch the pageant again.
Okay. Were you there for the previous one live?
Yeah, last year also we had
Really?
the honor. Yeah, we had the honor to watch
Oh,
the pageant live and to meet all the Miss World contestants, Julia Morley as well. So it was a
yeah.
blessing.
Oh, wow. I'm guessing you'll be coming for this one as well, right?
Yeah, I'm already trying my level best to be there.
Oh, wow. What part of India do you stay in?
So I live in North India, Northern India. So the venue is in South India. So
Yes.
I will have to travel a lot, but that's okay for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to have a good time anyway.
Yeah, already. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's super,
Ah,
super, super excited. So
right.
again, congratulations to you that you have received the honor and a blessing to represent your country internationally, and that too in the
Yeah.
biggest pageant in the world, that is Miss World. So my first
Yes.
question is, what was your feeling when you were crowned as Miss World Uganda? Like, how did it feel?
It was very exciting, to be honest, and it was a surreal moment because this is something that I had been praying about, praying for, hoping for, and just to see it come to life was something else. But of course, in the
Yeah.
moment, I had a couple of mixed emotions. And interestingly, my one of the first thoughts that was running through my mind was, "Oh my gosh, now I'm going to Miss World." So it was like,
Yeah.
such a real moment for me. But I was very much honored. I'm grateful to God as well that I was able to, win that and represent my country on an international stage. Yes.
And the best feeling to be representing your country internationally is that people will not call you by your name; they will call you by your
Your
country's
country.
name, and that is the
Yes.
feeling.
Yes, yes. You're literally a brand ambassador for your country at that moment.
That's the best part because when I was there
Yeah.
last year at the municipal venue and I could actually see all the contestants, were being called by their country's name,
Mhm.
and they were the happiest people on this earth when
Yeah.
someone was calling, by their country's name.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
I think
best part.
right. Because it's not about you anymore. It's about your country. You are literally representing your people and the heritage and everything. So it's more than just representing an individual.
Exactly, exactly. So we have received so many questions for you, but we have shortlisted few questions out of them.
Okay.
So the questions are regarding your pageant journey, your preparation for Miss World, and how are you feeling that you are finally getting closer to represent your country at Miss World, right?
Yeah.
So my second
Right.
question is, we all know this thing that Beauty with a Purpose project is the most important part of Miss World. I would say this thing that BWAP is the soul of Miss World. So would you like to
Mm.
elaborate about your BWAP to everyone?
Oh, yeah, of course. So my beauty with a purpose is creating more autism awareness and acceptance,
Yes.
especially in Uganda where I come from. This is something that people are very ignorant about. And I chose this because my little brother, he was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4. So we've lived with this condition for 14 years now. He is 14, and it's been very sad. And it was just I've seen the struggles that my parents have had to go through to see that he's receiving a good education, he's in spaces that are accepting and conducive for him to thrive. But having the whole African background has been very difficult, and it's not for just my family, but even for everyone else that has a child with special needs in Uganda. The education system is not as inclusive. It doesn't really cater for children that have special needs. Even the healthcare sector itself, there's a limited number of therapists or neurologists, health personnel that can diagnose that or even help you during that process. So I decided to start my initiative, Nyonyozi Initiative. where we basically empower and advocate for children that have special needs. But anyway, not just them, even their parents as well, because you can imagine having a child that has special needs. In my case, my little brother is nonverbal, so he's not able to even communicate verbally to someone. So you can imagine being in a position like that. You're not able to speak out the things you're feeling. It's been an experience, to be honest. It's been a lot, but that's what inspired my beauty with a purpose. And I just hope to bring a change and transformation, to see more acceptance in Uganda, to see that the education system is more accepting of these children, and even just the community itself, because people usually think, oh, this is a taboo, the child has been bewitched, there's something, some evil going on here. But yeah, I'm hoping to change the narrative with my initiative, with my project, and we're not just in Uganda, but East Africa at large, and Africa, and honestly the world, because this is a world problem. 75, it's approximately that 75 million people have autism in the world today. So yeah, I'm not only just looking at Uganda, but the world at large. Yeah.
That's an I would say amazing BWAP. So kudos
Yeah,
to you for
thank you.
that. That you are sharing your platform, you're using your power, you're using your influencing power, for such an amazing project. And this project will go very far in the competition. So kudos to you for that. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you. Thank you so much.
I could actually see that sense of pride or sense of smile in your eyes and on your face when you were describing about the project. So it means
Yeah.
that why this project is so close to you. So that's an amazing thing.
Yeah, it is very close to my heart. And I do hope, I know that it's something that I'll definitely keep doing even after Miss World. For me, it's a lifelong thing, honestly. Yeah.
And I can actually relate to you, all the contestants as well, because you all have such amazing BWP project. So even I have my advocacy page as well, that is the mental health space, because I know this thing,
Oh.
that how does it feel to be in that, depression and anxiety and
Mhm.
all these zones. And I
Yes.
had so many people in that zone, they were struggling with mental health. So I
Mhm.
can actually relate to you that why is it important for all of us to have our own advocacy, so that
Mhm.
we can use our speaking skills, we can use our platform to spread
Mhm.
awareness. So that's an amazing
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, well done. Well done on that. Mental health is actually something that we need to focus on a lot.
Yeah.
So I think it was a very good topic to speak about. And everyone does experience those moments of depression, anxiety. So everyone can definitely relate. It is very key. So well done.
Thank you so much. So coming to the next question, and it is regarding your preparations for Miss World. So
Yes.
I'm not asking you to reveal the things, but it's just that have you shortlisted your evening gowns, your national costume, and all the other stuffs?
I mean, that is in the works right now. It is in the works, definitely. I hope to have everything finished soon, but we're still in the process of getting everything together. The program hasn't been released yet, so we're just working around what we know from the previous years. So, yeah, that's where we are right now.
Because I was getting so many questions that please ask Miss World Uganda that which color she's choosing for her evening gown. Please ask her, please ask her about the national costume. I was like, I can't ask all these questions right now
Right.
directly.
I mean,
Because it
some
is
of these things
confidential.
should be a surprise to them, honestly. But for
Exactly.
my costume, I do hope to represent Uganda in the best way possible. Right from the people themselves, the food, the whole culture. We've got about 53 tribes in Uganda,
Yeah.
and I just hope to carry that pride of all these tribes to the Miss World stage and represent them as I should in the best way possible. Hmm.
Exactly, that's amazing. And you know what's special about the Queens from Africa? Because when I was there last year during the venue of Miss World, so before the show started, we had a whole area of African people supporting for all the African queens, and
Oh,
they were the loudest people, but yet they were the sweetest people. Yet the
yeah.
sweetest. I got so
Mm.
many friends from from that zone, because it was like lots of people were there, and I was feeling thirsty because we could not get water bottle at the time.
Oh.
So one African woman came to us and she offered us the water bottle. Hey, are you
Oh,
feeling
wow.
thirsty? And
That
we
was
met for the very
nice.
first time. We met for the very first time, but still she offered that. And even during the show as well, she was sitting next to us after the show as well. We clicked our pictures and then we bid each other goodbye. So it was an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you had an amazing interaction, honestly. But I do
Yeah.
know African people, and where I come from as well, Uganda people are very, very hospitable and welcoming of anyone, wherever you're from around the world. But I've heard the same about India, so I am looking forward to that.
Trust me, you're gonna have the best time of your life in India, because even after the Miss World pageant, when like I was talking to the queens from last year, so they were like, "Oh, we are gonna miss the Indian cuisine, the food that we
Oh,
had."
yeah. I can't wait to try the food. I know it's going to be 10 out of 10.
That's amazing. I think you are gonna have a fantastic time because also this time it's being hosted in southern India and
Okay.
the food from South India is amazing already.
Well,
So I think you guys are lucky.
I'm glad, obviously. What's your favorite Indian meal?
So like from Phil.
Your favorite Indian food or meal?
Okay. Okay. So, because I live in North India, so my favorite Indian food is, of course, a northern cuisine. Like basically, we have rice and pulses together in our household. So that's we
Mm.
call dal chawal in our language. So
Mm.
that is my favorite Indian cuisine. Like rice
Oh,
and pulses together with
okay.
chapati and with all the mixed vegetables together,
Yeah.
and with pickles as well. Spicy pickles.
Mm. Yeah, there always has to be some spice.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. And trust me, you're going to have a fantastic time. So we have next question for you. And someone is asking this thing that have you made your friends from this year's edition of Miss World? Like, do you have any best friends from like your co-contestants?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I have met a couple of friends. Not so long ago, I actually had a live with Athena, Miss
Yeah,
America, because
yeah,
we are advocating for autism, although different points of views, I guess.
yeah.
And yes, she is one of my friends as well. I have had an interaction with Miss South Africa, Zoliz, Tanzania, Ethiopia, who else? Croatia. So yeah, there are a couple of friends that I have met so far, and I can't wait to meet them.
And we're going to have like lives with most of them. We have already talked to Miss World America, and she's
Oh,
an amazing person.
mm,
Yeah, and we've already talked. We are going to talk to Miss World South Africa very soon. So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's going to be amazing. So we have next question for
Mm,
you, and it's regarding your Q&A practice. Like we all know this thing that Miss World is a very competitive competition as well, because
mm.
all the best speakers of the world are going to come together and
Right.
like they are going to battle it out. So how's preparation going for the Q&A part?
It is going well, to be honest. I am trying to look at maybe previous years, what questions were asked, and speculating really on what is going to be asked. But preparation is going well, and I do hope I'm able to ace those questions. So help me God. But I know it's always important to speak from the heart, definitely, regardless
Yeah.
of what the question is going to be. Yeah.
And African queens are already like they are like they are very strong and they are very fierce in the Q&A part. Like we have had
Mm,
so many Miss World winners, like in other competitions as well. African queens are always very strong and so strong in the Q&A part.
mm.
So that's the
Yeah.
plus point you all are having.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think also head to head is definitely going to be another good one. And I can't wait. I can't wait to just express everything that I have, the beauty with the purpose. I actually, not just that, every fast track activity, I'm looking forward to everything.
Okay, so which is going to be your favorite fast track activity? Like besides the pageant,
Mm.
like which activity are you looking for the most?
My number one definitely is beauty with a purpose, because this is something very close to my heart, and I'm glad that I'm able to use a platform like Miss World to just advocate for autism awareness and acceptance.
Yeah,
besides that besides that, definitely, like I had said, head to head, I believe that all the girls are able to just speak out what is on their mind. They're able to articulate themselves and share their beauty with the purpose projects as well. But I don't know how it's going to be structured this year, but I know last year it was more about the SDGs and environmental conservation. So it was so interesting that it was changed. It was not the usual kind of thing. So I don't know what we'll have this year, but I am looking forward to that. I think sports as well. I'm somewhat of a sports girl. I did enjoy doing sports back in high school, and yeah, right now I'm trying to do some gym work and trying to get fit really. So by the time I get there, I'm acing it. But yeah, and top model as well. Yeah, I am practicing for that. Mm.
that's amazing. And the competition that I'm looking for the most is the head-to-head challenge because that's also my favorite part of Miss World, along with the BWAP. And last year also, the head-to-head challenge was like a kind of debating round. And while I was talking to the contestants, like that time during the debating round on Instagram, so like Miss World Finland is a very close friend of mine, so she was saying that you won't believe how intense the debating round was.
No, I can
Because
imagine.
all the queens, all the contestants were giving their best. They all wanted to give their best, and they all gave their best, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm looking for this round the most. The head-to-head challenge.
Yeah, I love the one for last year. It was like they were in Parliament or something.
Yeah, it was
It
a round
was
table
crazy.
conference kind of
Mhm.
place, and all the contestants were sitting over there, so it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Okay, so we have next question for you, and it is a kind of tricky question because, okay, the question is, who's your favorite Miss World winner as of now? Right? You
Mm.
can choose
Okay.
maybe one or two because it's impossible to choose just one.
Yeah, it is impossible to choose just one because there's a couple
Yeah,
of good ones. I think for me, most I would like to start with Agbani Derego. She
yeah,
was Miss World 2001. She's from Nigeria. I think she was the very first Black African to win Miss World, and
yeah,
I do hope to, carry that forward. I am hoping to be the second Miss World that is a Black African. And it was very inspiring to see that she was able to take that on and all the opportunities that she was able to get through that. But also, my second one, my most favorite one, is definitely Priyanka Chopra. I think she was Miss World 2000, right before Agbani Derego, actually.
yeah,
So, yeah, I do love Priyanka. I've always loved her. Interestingly, I liked her even before I knew that she was once a Miss World. When I found out, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But I have loved watching her journey and to see
yeah,
that now she is still carrying on the beauty with a purpose. I know she is a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. I think that she's still being able to carry out her different roles in acting, modeling, and all of that.
yeah.
It's been such an amazing thing to watch. I love her journey. It's very inspiring. So I would say those are my top two. And maybe to bring it down a little, I think it was 2018. Queen Abenacho, she won Miss World Africa from Uganda. So, and I hope to top that, not just to top at Miss World Africa, but to actually bring the blue crown home for the first time. Yeah.
And see the destiny. One of your favorite Miss World is Miss World 2001 from Nigeria,
Mm.
and she was crowned by Priyanka
Bianca
Chopra because she was the
Chopra.
yeah she
Yeah.
was the preceding Miss World. And how amazing it would be if you are going to be crowned as Miss World, you will be crowned as Miss World in India.
Oh, right, right, right. Oh,
So
I mean, fingers crossed, fingers
the Indian
crossed.
connection is there.
Yeah. I feel very positive about this one, to be honest. So, yeah, I hope God, I know that God has gone before me and He will make things right.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
amazing. And which stars are gonna align for you? So that's gonna be historic for your country and for whole
Mm.
Africa as well. Because I do feel that African women specifically they need to be heard
Mhm.
because we have seen so many instances where they are not heard.
Yeah.
And the queens from Africa are always inspiring. Like they're always so strong with their passion, dedication, and purpose. So that's gonna be amazing to have a Miss World from Africa.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. It would be nice to have it come back.
Yeah, and I pray to wish meet that woman again in India this year,
Yeah.
who offered me that water bottle.
Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Let's hope
Yeah,
she makes it again.
let's hope that she will be there with Africa's flag.
Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing. So we have next question for you, and it is that what is your favorite hobby? And if you have so many hobbies, so do you have any funny incident while performing that hobby? Like any
Well,
funny,
performing.
yeah.
Okay.
For example, like I love cooking, so I have made so many disasters while cooking food, like adding extra salt, adding extra sugar,
Yeah.
burning the food. So do you have any
Um,
stories?
I think for me, definitely, I do enjoy yoga a lot. And I found out not so recently that it actually started in India. That's the
Yeah.
origin of yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do enjoy yoga. And obviously, doing yoga sometimes there's a couple of weird poses. So you either find yourself stumbling or falling on somebody else or like poking an eye out of someone. I would say those are the funny ones. Or maybe, not that, but not that I've done it, but usually the people that I'm with sometimes they'll end up maybe passing air or something. So yeah, those are the weird situations.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy yoga. Besides that, I'm an author. I am working on a book which will be published very, very soon. And I look
Okay.
forward to my Miss World sisters actually reading it. Besides that, I'm an accountant by profession. So I enjoy anything around financial literacy. And I love to empower women through that. I hope to see a world where women are able to be financially independent in one way or another, especially where I come from, because we are still, there's still some traditions and cultures, I believe. Women shouldn't be working, they should stay at home. But I do hope to change the narrative through empowering them to actually be financially literate and financially independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I love those people who are always ready to break the stereotypes and to change the narratives because they're actually building a legacy for future
Mm.
generation, right? Because
Yeah.
talking my family, like no one is there in this industry, the pageant industry. I think I might be the first one to actually lean in this industry. So
Oh,
when I
wow.
started the stage, yeah, when I started the stage, so many people questioned me that this industry is for women, for girls, not for boys and men. It's a feminine industry, so why are you
Mhm.
entering it? But
Yeah.
I still remember this thing. Someone asked me this question that what is your favorite hobby? And I replied that my favorite hobby is to break the stereotypes.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
So
That's a very good one.
I just
But I
answered
don't
this.
think it's only for the girls, really. I've seen a couple of
Yeah,
guys getting into it as well.
yeah,
So I don't think you should feel any type of way, really. And I think you're doing a very good job. These platforms like yours definitely help us, the contestants, before we get there and even while we're there. So you don't know how much you're doing for someone. So I keep going, keep going.
much. And like I will always keep on going because I know this thing that what am I doing, and I have to go very far in life, be with this
Right.
stage of be in my advocacy. So I don't bother
Mhm.
the unnecessary opinions.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep on breaking the stereotypes, please.
That's the favorite hobby. So I will always, yeah. So we are receiving so many questions for you. So I can actually see that you're getting so much love from Indian fan pages as well. And I also wanted to
Yay.
ask you this thing. You are one of the favorite queens from Africa in the hot
Mm.
picks that we see for Miss World. You are
Yeah.
also climbing up like as soon as we are reaching near the venue of the competition. So how does it
Mm.
feel, to be one of the top favorites in hot picks?
Yeah. For me, it is an honor, to be honest, to see that Uganda is being represented and being put in the top picks even before I get there.
Yeah,
It's incredible, and I'm grateful to God for that. But I think every other girl is as good, is as amazing because I believe everyone has put in the work, everyone is doing the necessary practice, the
yeah,
necessary groundwork, and I think. So definitely, judging doesn't start from the top picks. We have to actually get into the boot camp and take part in the different fast track challenges. So for me, it is an honor to be represented and being put in the hot picks. But I feel like the real thing is when we're there. That's where you actually get to know the
yeah.
strength of every contestant. But I do believe that every girl that's contesting this year is amazing, and I can't wait. I just can't wait to celebrate beauty and beauty with the purpose in India, and yeah, to just take part in the rich cultural heritage and everything around me. I'm looking forward to the whole experience.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you guys are gonna have your best time, like be whether it could have been in India or any other country, but to represent your country and to enjoy that movement, to
Mm,
women all around the world who are inspiring in their own ways.
yeah,
So that's the best part of being in pageantry.
yeah.
Trust me,
You're
even
right.
after the pageant, you are gonna have lifelong friendship, from the pageants.
Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. Like, imagine having a friend in almost every country in the world. Like, that's just amazing. You
Yeah,
can call
that's
on
the
them
beauty.
anytime you're going there. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm looking forward to those amazing friendships. And even not just making the friendships, but definitely collaborations and partnerships, especially when it comes to the project. So, I was glad that I was able to have an interaction with Miss America.
yeah,
And I do hope that we're able to carry that forward. I hope that she's able to come to Uganda and, we keep pushing the project forward and vice versa. I'm able to go to America. And yeah, I know even the other girls' projects we can always somehow collaborate and see the vision come to life. So yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
And strategically also, if we look into this factor, so like while meeting all the girls from all the other countries of the world, I always say this thing that it's like a globalization of cultural aspect, globalization of culture. Because just imagine you are participating in the competition and you know that you have friends from 100 plus countries in the world,
Yeah,
and you can share your Indian culture like in all those 100 plus countries. So that's the best
right.
part.
Yes, it is the best part. It's a platform where you can actually have cultural exchange
Yeah,
and you get to see things like global unity. You're experiencing different cultures. Someone is teaching you their language, their food. And I think even the attires, I do hope to go with a couple that can express, Uganda and communicate everything that it is
yeah.
in various ways. Yeah, but I'm excited to learn from other traditions, from other cultures. Yeah, I know it's going to be a lifetime experience.
Surely gonna be. So we have next question, Fabian. It's a quite funny question. Before we ask you some pageant patty questions, we have also received those pageant on stage questions for you. We'll ask those questions at the last. So
All
before
right.
that, if you could have one superpower, so what would it be and why?
One superpower for me, I think this is a very interesting answer. I think that being Miss World is a superpower, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a superpower in itself because you have a platform to speak on other women's behalf, empowering different women,
yeah,
he also encouraging global unity in particular aspects, you being a spokesperson. And besides that, definitely the heart of this world is building with a purpose, and you're taking part in various humanitarian activities. So it's not just your beauty, it's not just the face value that you're bringing, but even what's in your heart, your ability to love other people and serve people and just bring betterment and positivity into your community. So for me, that's what I would say.
That's a very smart answer, to be honest. Like, I have asked this question to so many people, but like this is the first time I'm having this answer. So that's a very
Thank
smart
you.
answer.
Thank you.
Or should we say this thing that that's how a Miss World, speaks?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. So we are done with like these questions. Now some pageant petty questions. So the first question is, this question was asked in Miss World 2017 when India was crowned as Miss World. So the question is, which profession deserves the highest salary and why?
Okay. I think the profession that deserves the highest salary is definitely being a mom. I think being a mom is something incredible. Being a person who is able to bring life into the world is
Yeah.
not something that we should take for granted or lightly.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you are the nurturing person, you're literally raising a child and bringing them into the world to be important individuals. You are the backbone of someone, you know. And I think they do the most, especially when it comes to nurturing, to caring. Giving an example of my mom, I've seen. I always say, every time they ask me who would you say your role model is, I always say my mom, because I've seen her triumph in very many ways. And the fact that I've also been able to see not just her strengths but also her weaknesses and how she's been able to overcome the different challenges in her life, and the fact that she's taught me how to be a person of resilience, a person of strength. For me, it's incredible. She has put that humanitarian spirit in me and the spirit to serve. So I've been watching for my life. It's been an example for me, and even getting into this position, I think I do believe that part of it, most of it, was because of her. She's the person that's kept on pushing me, and she's believed in my dreams. And for me, that's why I would say a mom deserves the highest paying salary.
That's an amazing answer. And if I were to answer this question, I would have like answered the same way. That my mom is, and being a mother is the biggest profession in this world because I'm very close to my mom, like literally very close to my mom. Yeah, because when I was young, so I was suffering with internal organ body infection. So the
I'm
doctor even
sorry.
said me, my mom this thing that your child just have 1 month in this on this earth to survive because I was that critical. But
Mm.
my mom alone dealt with the situation, and I always say this thing that she has given me birth twice, not just once. So I would
Yeah.
have answered the same way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah, but this that phase has taught me so much, like
Right.
about life and the importance of life. That why you should be grateful that you are alive and you are seeing sun every next morning. That you should be grateful for this life. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the important thing.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. It's always good to look on the bright side of life. I believe everything has something to teach us in life. Nothing is wasted. So, yeah.
Exactly. So we have next question for you, and this question is very sort of interesting. Like, besides representing your country, Uganda at Miss World, what cultural aspect you are bringing on the table
What,
that you are representing your country at your level best?
what cultural aspect?
Yeah,
Okay. I think just me being Ugandan, honestly, is is a way for me to stand out because there's no other Ugandan contestant.
yeah,
And it is a way for me to stand out through my tradition, my culture, and the different beliefs that I have. And
yeah,
it's what I hope to bring to the table. I hope to be able to share my Ugandan background and everything that I've seen growing up to the other contestants as well. But also, besides that, I know that Miss World is a platform for women empowerment. And in Uganda, I hope to see that there's more women empowerment, there's more women taking up spaces, there's more women being given opportunities to actually lead and bring to fruition their ideas. They're not being shunned down or upon. And I think, like I mentioned earlier, there's that traditional cultural aspect that the women should stay at home. They shouldn't work or, or anything like that. But I hope that I'm Miss World, I'm able to empower as many women as I can. I guess maybe through my profession. I remember even getting into accounting. People usually say it's a male-dominated field and all of that. But like you say, keep on breaking the stereotypes.
Yeah,
But through that, I do hope to empower other women to break the
yeah,
stereotypes. You don't have to necessarily get into accounting, but you can get into another space where you feel like, okay, women are not hard here. Let's get in here. Let's speak up. And with Miss World, and it's a platform where women are given a voice to speak, and you can share what's on your mind. You can share what's on your heart, and you're given the opportunity to actually partake in so many avenues where women can be represented. Currently, I think even in Uganda, currently we've seen a rise or an increase in women in the government. Our current speaker of Uganda is female. So these are people that I actually look up to. I'm inspired by that. And but yeah, I do hope to bring that my whole cultural aspect and everything that I know and I've learned from being born and raised in Uganda
yeah.
to Miss World in a way that I know the other contestants or the ladies would appreciate. But vice versa, I'm hoping to learn from them as well. Yeah.
That's an amazing answer. Like, kudos to you. And if this would have been the final Q&A, you would have won the crown for Uganda. That's an amazing answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank
my
you.
one of my professors taught me a very good thing. I hope you would like it as well. So I was talking to him about breaking the stereotypes as again. So he taught me a very beautiful thing that sometimes it is not important to break the stereotype, and sometimes it is not important to enter in a space and prove yourself to the people and to the society. Sometimes
Mm.
what is important is to create your own space and then
Mm-hmm.
build the legacy and then let
Yeah.
people think about you and let them prove themselves wrong. Sometimes it's important to
Mm-hmm.
create your own space in the society, and that space could be of positivity, that space could be of anything, that is something positive. So he taught me
Mm-hmm.
something very important regarding life.
Yes, yes. That's right. That's right. It's always important to just do your own thing, really,
Yeah,
and be yourself because being yourself is you being your best version. And I always believe it's you walking in your purpose because God would never make you exactly like somebody else. So it is important to walk your own journey and not to care what people have to say. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So we have last question for you, and I hope this would be you will get the chance to answer this question at the final segment as well. So this question is why you should be the next Miss World.
Thank you. Okay. Why I should be the next Miss World? First of all, I do believe that every girl coming into the contest is a potential, an amazing potential candidate for Miss World.
Yeah,
But I believe but I believe what I bring is my whole heritage, everything that I know and I've learned from my country. I believe that also what would be unique definitely is my beauty with a purpose, having to advocate for autism awareness and acceptance. I think also the ability to just be able to step in a position where I can advocate for not just special needs or autistic children, but also for women, being a spokesperson on their behalf, being an inspiration to them,
yeah.
and definitely hoping to see that they too are able to pursue their dreams or aspired careers and get into spaces where they are breaking those stereotypes. And I hope to be, and being Miss World, I know is definitely being an ambassador for different countries all over the world, taking part in humanitarian works. And for me, I think even being a queen, it's more than just the crown. You are in a position to serve. You're in a position to bring transformational and sustainable positive change into your community and your society, bettering the people around you. Yeah.
That's a winning answer. Like amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I would say this thing that again I would say this thing that the African queens are coming so always come so strong when it comes to the Q&A part. Like there's something in the African water, there's something in the African air. Like you guys are always so really good in Q&A.
I mean, I am looking forward to the Q&A, so fingers crossed. I do hope to ace all of that. Yeah.
We will surely do that. So we are done with all the questions from our side. Before we end this live, we have one last segment, and that is what if you win. So I'm gonna announce this thing that Miss World 2025 is Uganda, and you have to give your winning reaction. Like, how would you react if you win Miss World this year in India?
I mean, I would definitely be all smiles. I might even shed a couple of tears.
Okay, so let's
And
try
then,
this way. Like, I will announce this thing that Miss World 2025 is Uganda, and you have to give a winning reaction so that we can capture it right now. Like, how will you
okay,
react? So it could be a practice.
okay, let me
Okay,
get ready.
let's do it. Yeah. let me announce this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Miss World is Uganda. Woo! That's going to be amazing if you win. We're going to have the full moment on stage if you win, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. I hope it's better on stage because I will actually be in the moment.
That was an amazing reaction, on stage reaction if you win Miss World. So, like we are actually so happy for you and for the African queens that they're again coming so strong for Miss World and again in India. So that's the cherry on the cake. So yeah,
Yeah.
we are done with all the questions from our side. And do you have anything to say before we end this live for Miss World?
Um, from Miss World. Thank you so much for having me, first of all. This has been an incredible live, very lively, and I like how friendly it was. But I'd like to thank everyone who has joined. I was seeing a couple of messages. I couldn't reply because, we're still interacting. But thank you to everyone that is showing love. I do appreciate it. And I'm glad that I'm able to represent Uganda and Miss World. But anyway, not just Uganda, because if when I happen to win, I am representing Africa as
Yeah,
well, my whole entire
yeah,
continent. Yeah. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I know that it is going to go more than well. I'm excited to meet the beautiful ladies. I can't wait to make lifelong friendships, partnerships, and collaborations.
yeah.
And yeah, I'm just excited for everything. So
You
thank you
are
so much for having me
so
once
excited.
again.
You are an
Yeah.
amazing candidate for Uganda, and we are so excited. And it was an honor to like talk to you, and hope to see you soon in India,
Oh
like for Miss World.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I hope to see you in the crowd somewhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
I
yeah,
might be
actually
having
big.
the flag of Uganda and cheering for you. Like if you like actually enter in top three, and if you have that crowning movement, I would be the first one to shout from there that you got this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. That's how I pray all of this does come to pass.
That's going to be amazing. So again, thank you so much, and we wish you best of luck for Miss World for your preparations and for your journey ahead. And again, thank
Yes.
you so much for this live. Have a good day.
Okay, likewise. Have a good
Bye
night.
bye.
And thank you. I really appreciate it.
Namaste.
All right. Namaste.